Imagine this, you woke up in the morning and started your Linux system and it doesn't boot. You are receiving errors after errors. Then you remember, yesterday night you ran some shitty commands you read from the internet. Or suppose you just wanted to try out some softwares and you installed it in your system. You did not use VMs for some reason. It made your system unstable and installed lots of packages which you don't need. What will you do? Will you find and try to remove every package from your system? Or imagine you had a folder in your pictures directory or desktop full of cat pictures and your niece deleted it accidentally when she was playing games yesterday on your awesome system. Now, I know you can relate this, but what will you do? It's not every day we make backups of the system. I mean, who does remember to back up their system every now and then? And also, the backup size will be huge, right? Backing up your whole system is a tedious job. There's a solution for you. No, I'm not advertising any corporate software which you should use by paying only $10 per month. It's a free open source software called Timeshift, and yes, you can travel back and forth through time with it. If you didn't know about this software yet, give this video a thumbs up and I'll tell you how to install and use it. Done? Okay, don't worry, I'll tell you anyway. Timeshift is a freely available tool for system recovery. It captures step-by-step snapshots of your system through a method called sync and hard links. You can roll back your system to any of these snapshots to revert any alterations made since the snapshot was created. You have the flexibility to take snapshots on demand or set up automatic, scheduled snapshots. This application is designed to protect only system files and settings. You can exclude user files such as documents, pictures, and music if you want. This ensures that your files remains unchanged when you restore your system to an earlier date. So if your system doesn't boot, you can fire up your live USB and use Timeshift to restore your existing system. I'll show you how. Setting up Timeshift is a breeze. Just install it, use it once to take the initial snapshot, and you're good to go. You can also set it to automatically take snapshots regularly using cron jobs. Choose your preferred backup levels easily from the settings window. You have the option to activate different snapshot levels: hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, and boot. You can choose how many snapshots to keep for each level. Boot snapshots offer an extra layer of backup and are generated each time the system starts. These snapshots have a 10-minute delay to ensure that the system startup isn't impacted. For systems on a Btrfs partition, it's highly recommended to utilize Btrfs snapshots. These snapshots are exact copies of the system, capturing every byte without exception. Creating and restoring Btrfs snapshots is speedy, taking just seconds, and they don't consume much disk space. You can use our sync backup method to restore any system, but let me show you how you can set up Ubuntu for using Btrfs backups in Timeshift. By default, Ubuntu will not set up Btrfs. During Ubuntu installation, select manual partitioning when asked, and create a partition of 10 megabytes for reserved BIOS boot area, otherwise your system won't boot. Then create another partition of 300 megabytes for FE system partition. Now, select the rest of the free space and create Btrfs partition. Now you can proceed with normal installation. Now, as our setup is done, we will set up Auto Snapshot, so whenever we are doing any apt update, install or remove, Timeshift will automatically take a snapshot of the system. So if something goes wrong, we can restore it. Open the AutoSnap GitHub page and follow along with me to set it up. We will also set up grub Btrfs. Grub Btrfs improves the grub bootloader by adding a Btrfs snapshot submenu, allowing the user to boot into snapshots. Now, we will install NeoFetch and verify if automatic backups are working. As you can see, auto backups are working fine. Now, we will install Mate Desktop. For some reason, probably graphics driver issue, Mate Desktop will boot to a black screen. So, we will see how we can restore from such disasters easily. To restore snapshots, choose a snapshot in the main window and click the Restore button on the toolbar. You can restore snapshots from the currently running system, this is called Online Restore. Or from another system with Timeshift installed, which is called Offline Restore. If the main system can't boot, you can boot from an Ubuntu Live CD, install Timeshift on the live system, and restore a snapshot on the main system. Restoring backups from the running system needs a reboot to finish the restore process. You can also use Timeshift across different distributions. For example, if you're using Ubuntu and want to try Linux Mint, you install Linux Mint, explore it for a week, and then decide to return to Ubuntu. With Timeshift, restoring the snapshot from the last week brings your Ubuntu system back. Timeshift handles tasks like reinstalling the bootloader and other details. As installing a new Linux distribution involves formatting the root partition, saving your snapshots on a separate Linux partition is essential for this to work. Timeshift has some limitations. If you are using Btrfs, only Ubuntu-type layouts with at and at-home subvolumes are supported. Bootloader must be grub too. Grub Legacy and other bootloaders are not supported. As you can see, we can easily play around with our system and Timeshift will always back us up. Now, for Arch Linux, you can follow the Arch install guide in my channel to set up Btrfs easily. But what about other distros like Debian? How do we set up at the rate and at the rate home subvolumes on Debian? Well, that's the topic for another video. You can subscribe to this channel to get notification as soon as I upload that video in this channel. That's it for today. See you in the next one. And as always, stay strong.